Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. So I apologize, but the banter engine has been, like, sabotaged or something, because I have been having a little bit of a weird weekend. Now, unfortunately, I waited until Sunday to have the existential dread moment, and so, you know, now it's Monday, not enough time to actually go to sleep, so we're doing the next best thing. We're playing World of Horror, when I should be me. But there's, you know, it is what it is. We're here, we're hip with it. The banter engine is currently being repaired. You know, it's like Dead by Daylight. The survivor came up, started repairing the banter engine, doing a little ting QTE, and then, you know, their heart starts beating, the terror radius. They go run off, and then the killer walks up and goes, you know, does a little kick, and then, uh-oh, the banter engine is going staticky, it's smoking, there's sparks flying, you know, things that you don't want to see from an engine, those sorts of things. Now, let's just hope that I'm trying to remember, there's some sort of ability, right, that it constantly degrades the Jenny until somebody touches it, but, like, when you touch it, the killer gets revealed to your aura. Pretty spooky, right? Now, who are we gonna play? I think it's time to go to youtube.com, and you might hear a second of the false Webweaver, but that's okay. I think it's time to go to youtube.com/@Webweaver_actual_videos. Just to kind of check to see what's potentially on the agenda today. We play a lot of jury, it's true, folks, we do. I actually really like, ever since the horror rework where you get -10 horror for, like, completing a mystery, I like playing jury a lot more, what can I say? Now, I'm scrolling through this episode list, and I'm a little terrified, because it's been so long since the Kirie run, hasn't it? Like, I think we started, we did a Kirie run, and then we started playing No Straight Roads. Okay, no, we did episode 1 of No Straight Roads. We did a Kirie run, and then we did the entirety of No Straight Roads. And there still hasn't been another Kirie run, so unfortunately, I think it's time to say hi. And I think it's time to lock in, because this means that whatever's about to happen is about to be really weird. And you know what? Let's fully embrace the weirdness. It's random everything except for the old god, and I'll go easy on myself and pick Ath. Okay? Wow, that's crazy. Normally, if you would see something like this, these starting spells, you would say, wow, I've won the game. Unfortunately for us, it's not quite that simple. Unfortunately for us. So, I gotta say, alright, I think it's time for another Final Fantasy XIV anecdote, because I have been getting a little ticked off here, a little teed off. My almonds are being activated, one might say, because there's something very annoying happening in Final Fantasy XIV right now, right? And if I were a YouTuber who wanted to make a lot more money than I do currently, what I would say is I would make, like, a video with, like, a sad warrior of light, and it would say, the state of Final Fantasy XIV, okay? But, I'm getting really ticked off here, okay? So, almost every day, oh, wow, just the GIF alone is encoding overloaded? How dare you? Oh, we saw Moriko, like, almost immediately, so it's fine. But, okay, so I'm getting a little ticked off, alright? The GIF is too powerful. Bunny Bones created the most powerful GIF known to mankind. So, here's the deal, right? Almost every goddamn day, and this has been something that's been going on for several months at this point, okay? Not every day, but it comes and goes, right? Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We are under attack. We've been getting DDoSed. The Final Fantasy XIV community is under attack. The game is getting DDoSed. And it's like every, like, month or so, every couple of months, there's always some stupid DDoS attack that kicks you out of the game. And it happened near the beginning of the Savage tier, it happened during the Savage tier, it happened yesterday, and it's been kicking FC members out of Savage, it's been kicking FC members out of Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High, it's been kicking, like, my friends out of Savage. It's really annoying, and it's been kicking me out of crafting. Right? Like, I was gonna craft some stuff, and I was getting ready to do so. And then, what do I see? The Pokeball symbol next to my name. And then guess what happens? I get disconnected. I guess what happened next? Everybody got disconnected. And the thing is, when you try to log back onto the game, and it's like 7,000 people in queue, and it's like, no thanks. There was 1,000 people. I'm exaggerating for comedic effect, but like, it's like, yeah, no thanks. I guess we'll just do found footage immediately, right? But it's genuinely really annoying. And the thing is, this has been... Okay. It's important to note two things, alright? It's important to note two things. One, we have to get... This is actually three things. One, we have to get enough money to buy any weapon here because we don't know if these weapons are going to be viable or not. So, I mean... Don't mind if I do, right? But, like, okay. Square Enix has had a lot of problems with the connectivity of Final Fantasy XIV, and in recent history, but it's not necessarily their fault. There was a big kerfuffle a while back where certain ISPs in America routed Final Fantasy XIV traffic through a specific area, which basically made the game unplayable, and it meant that a bunch of people had to get VPNs so that they could play the game, because if they didn't do that, then the packet loss was too much, right? That's not Square Enix's fault. That is the error of a different company that Square has no control over, okay? Creative Business Unit 3 doesn't even know a thing. They're walking down the street, they see that ISP, they see that internet traffic, they see that packet loss, they don't know a thing. They're cooking something, they're working on their own thing, they got no idea, right? But that's annoying. And it prevents people from playing the game because it's an always online MMO, okay? So that's the first thing, alright? That's the first thing that's really annoying. The second thing that's really annoying is also not Square Enix's fault, is they're getting DDoSed. That's not their fault. That's not their fault at all. Oh, me and Reason Penalty Rutsu? I mean... Sure, we'll take the Doom, that's fine. And then we'll go get the Frostbite cured. Oh my god, what did I do? Hold, how do I... Okay, we got back to the reception area. I got very scared for a moment. I haven't misclicked like that in a while. But, like, is they're getting DDoSed. But the thing is, okay, you have an always online game, which, you know, it's an MMO, so fair enough. I'm pretty sure it has to be that way. But you have an always online game, and you're getting DDoSed. And eventually the DDoSing stops, and the game goes back to normal. Okay, sure. But the thing is... Oh my god. Alright. We're going back here. And we're getting rid of the torn muscle. Alright, cool. Very, very cool. Oh, wow. Am I really gonna die to this? Am I really gonna die to Badly Bruised? That's crazy. So, here's the deal, right? We have a forest to explore here with one goddamn strength to my name. This mystery feels like it's going at 80 miles an hour. Also, highest stat doesn't work, by the way. Fair enough. Oh no, this is awful. This is horrible, but let me cook, okay? Oh. I mean, we can do 85-85 and feel pretty good about that. We can do 95-85 and feel pretty good about that, don't we? Don't we, chat? But, like, okay, you get DDoSed once. It happens, sure. But the thing... Huge. But the thing is... The thing is... Me and the Parasite stirs roots. Did I take the EXP? I feel like I did, but I don't feel like my EXP went up. But anyways, you get DDoSed. It is what it is, alright? It happens. It's an online service. People are going to DDoS it. But then it happens again. And 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 then it happens... And it keeps happening on and off to the point where there was, like, 2 weeks where the game was just constantly being DDoSed. I remember that. And it was, like, impossible. It was, like, very difficult to play the game. People were getting disconnected and kicked out all the time. And, again, it's not Square Enix's fault that they're being DDoSed, but why is it that it's, like, this game specifically? Like, is it just there's a dedicated cabal of people who want to dedicate their lives to DDoSing Final Fantasy XIV? I don't know, they're mad about woke Lamont? Or is it that there are ways to protect your online service from denial of service attacks? I think that's what it stands for, right? DDoS, denial of service. But, like, there are ways to protect your online service from being DDoSed, and they just aren't doing it for whatever reason. Or they're doing it in such a way that it doesn't work 100% of the time. And it's, to be honest, kind of annoying. Because, if it were my internet, or if it were somebody in my free company's internet, or if it were, you know, blah, or blah, if it were some sort of user error, or some sort of, like, persistent, this is a choice that you made at some point, even though in the United States you don't really have a choice of internet service provider, but let's pretend that you do. This is like a choice that the user made, and it's the user getting into trouble for their own choices, which, again, like, obviously we're doing a lot of pretend, and we're stretching our disbelief here just to make this work as an analogy. Sure, whatever, you know, that's the user doing something. Am I gonna do this? Sure, why not? It's a safe location, who cares? Is the user doing something for themselves that is causing the issue. But this is a game being DDoSed, and there is just not, like... I legitimately don't know if it is the people who are doing the DDoS just, like, you know, they spend their entire paycheck on DDoSing the game, and then when they run out of money, they gotta wait for the next paycheck to come in. Or if Square Enix is actually doing something about it. I don't know if it's multiple groups, or if it's the same group, or if it's, like, a coordinated thing or not, but it's, like, whatever it is, it's super annoying. Because, I mean, we're not gonna get a better chance to use the handcuffs, you know. Oh my god, I misclicked! No! The doom! But, like, okay, like, the problem that I have with it... Oh, the threat level went up. That's crazy. Oh, thank God, we succeeded a single knowledge check. Holy shit. That's never happened before in the history of Dota. I would rather take, I'm absolutely insane, but we can cast Book of Gore. Even though it doesn't do anything, we can cast Book of Gore. We could cast a Memory Extract, wouldn't do anything, but we could cast Book of Gore, and that would do something. But, like, here's the thing. It's just really annoying, because it's like, I don't know what other companies are doing to where, like, they're not getting DDoSed. Does, like, World of Warcraft get DDoSed? Does Destiny 2 get DDoSed? I feel like I have friends who play both of those games. I feel like I would have heard about it if it was, like, a persistent issue, you know? But it seems like that maybe, like, okay, here's the thing. If a game gets DDoSed, and it's an always online game, and it happens, like, once, sure, fine. It is what it is. But it keeps happening. So why is it, like... And here's the thing, I can't really, like, think of, off the top of my head, another multiplayer game that I've played that got DDoSed, like, as an actual thing, you know? Because, like, Helldivers 2 was completely screwed because they massively underestimated the amount of people who would play the game. And so, at the beginning, when they had, like, very small servers, they were just completely flooded by people, and it was impossible to play the game because they didn't have enough servers, right? They fixed that problem, and it's not a problem anymore. And also, the player numbers have normalized, which, by the way, if you think, like, 22 to, like, 36,000 people playing a game every day is a dead game, that's a whole nother conversation, sister. That's a whole nother conversation, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Calling Helldivers 2 a dead game is crazy to me. Because it's like 30,000 people playing it every day, and that's only on Steam, not counting console, and the squads are 4 people. The squads are 4 people. You're spoiled for choice. Right? Like, you can keep a 4-player online game going with a healthy community with like 1,000 people every day. You don't need 36,000, but anyways, we're getting a little derailed here. Like, I'm trying to think of online games that you have to play online that I've played that have gotten seriously owned like this. And the problem is I can't really think of any, because a lot of them have connectivity issues on launch, because no company, except Square Enix, except Creative Business Unit 3, can make a good day one online experience, apparently. So, I mean, this works if everything hits, but I don't really wanna... I would rather, like, block, and then... Yeah, I'd rather block. Even if it misses, I think that's still good. Because then what you can do is you can do, this is 4, and then this is 5. You can do something like that. Feel pretty good about that. But, like, it really is a shame. And it makes me upset because, like, besides the Dawn Trail being DDoSed, because I believe Dawn Trail was DDoSed near the beginning of the expansion, but, like, on expansion launch night, it was immaculate. Like, you just logged on and you just played the game. And some people, and I've argued this before, and I'll argue this every single time, some people were like, oh yeah, Dawn Trail totally fell off because, you know, on Endwalker, the servers were so busy that you couldn't even log in. It took like 3 hours to log in. Listen, in Endwalker, the most congested zones had like 2 to 3 instances. In Dawn Trail, every congested zone, every Dawn Trail zone had like 5 to 6 instances. And they were trying to improve the servers for Endwalker, but because of the global hootenanny, they weren't able to do so because there was a chip shortage, or there was a material shortage in the stuff that you used to make. Am I gonna spend 2 Doom just to get out of this one mansion? No. There was a shortage on the parts that were used for, you know, that. Oh, it's actually, whoops. That probably would have been worth it. Or actually, because this was not a mansion event, this was an enemy encounter, I think that works out alright. Do we just Hail Mary it as long... No, we don't Hail Mary it. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with me? So we can do a 90-90. We can do a 90-100, actually. Oh, we can do a 100-100? On God, for real? Don't mind if I do. Take a little bit of a risk. And the Kendo helmet actually ate the hit for us too, by the way. So that's pretty cool. I think we do have, like, a hospital mystery or something. Actually, we have school scissors, so I'm throwing it on there. 100%. Ah, shit, we gotta discard 2 items. We're fine for, like, this. Which one is the... I'm trying to remember what does what here. I think we're just gonna do that. We did it. So how do we get a second item? I don't know. Oh, wow. First aid training, huh? That's great. CQC training. I mean, we're not going to use a gun. Looting doesn't really do anything, but we'll take it. Actually, can we go to the history club and get a random item? That's a good item, though. Like, that's a good item. We're just going to equip that, like, right off the bat. The occult diary? Sure. The Dusty Grimoire is not worth using. Ah, it was worth it. The Dusty Grimoire is not worth using because it's like -2 reason for a random effect, but like we can't heal, you know? So I think it's fine. It's just like, I don't know, I guess it's just annoying. I just think it's annoying, really. Out of everything, I literally just think it's annoying because you are in a situation where you have such a... This is beautiful, by the way, if this works. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Has the potential to be. We took 2 damage. Yeah, actually kind of cooking, honestly. Click twice to the left, once to the right, and you're all the way out of there if it's timeline B and you got a torch. Only if you have a torch. Oh, that's wise. The Parasite Stirring is from the heal that you get at the post-mystery. That's why we can get EXP. We got that shit immediately. I think we do Noisy Nails last just because that's a guaranteed boss fight. It's just sad, you know, because Final Fantasy XIV is one of the few games that, like, it works on launch, but it also, like, doesn't because of the DDoSing, you know? Like, if they don't get DDoSed, the game's multiplayer works perfectly fine on an expansion launch, but then they get DDoSed, and then they get DDoSed again, and then they get DDoSed again. And, like, okay, yeah, you got screwed over by an ISP and it took you, like, 80 years to get the situation resolved. That's unfortunate. I should have kept the wooden bat, because it means we actually... Because I don't want to throw this. I mean, we can't run. We kind of have to do it. Don't heal. We don't want you to heal. Okay, she healed. So what can we do about that, huh? What can we do about that? Well, that's not enough. We'd have to hit her with one of these. If we miss, we're gonna cry. We didn't miss though, now did we? I called diary in the back pocket. Now this sucks. I'm gonna definitely have to... I want to keep the holy candles on me in case I have to purify a location here. Oh, did I just skip past the... Oh no, we're looking for the blessed chalk right now. So, I don't need this. I'm gonna grab the wooden bat. Actually, hold on, let's do the occult diary first. Second occult diary of the run, by the way. We bought the last one for 3 Doom, which is pretty funny. So, we're probably gonna fight Homeboy here. Damn, this is crazy. I mean, you just gotta send it. It's such a good chance. It's such a good chance. It feels bad. Okay, so it was like... Not this. Once we got it right, we're grabbing the wooden bat back. Yeah, it was the upside down... It was the upside down triangle, which is that. And then it was this. Be careful with the lines, even though it just looks wrong. I'm pretty sure that's correct. We'll throw the torch if we have to. I mean, even if we get the funny mask, it doesn't... Oh. Honestly, the Kendo helmet has been super good to us right now. I almost want to have the Kendo... If we weren't about to fight an all-damage boss, I would want to have the Kendo helmet, like, equipped, and then we throw the Kendo helmet. I mean, you gotta, right? You gotta? Do you gotta? No, you can take stamina there. I think you... It's risky. But I don't know. We've been kind of walking in circles. I'm just, like, slightly upset. Because the game that I like is getting DDoSed. And, I mean, obviously, like, hopefully Square Enix is doing something about it, right? But it just doesn't really feel like it. Because It's like, okay, the game's getting DDoSed, so what are you gonna do about it? And it's like, well, they just say there's network issues and that they're addressing it, and there's like a Mog Station post about it, but it just keeps happening. I would hope that we're having to fight another boss, right? So I think realistically we can get another piece of dexterity if we need to, or we can just like double up on it now, because our combat's like kind of decent, but let's just keep raising our strength. You know, you could theoretically hope for like a better perk, because you know you're on all perks. 2 neutral perks is not ideal of like what you want to see, but sure. The Kendo helmet's been good to us. I gotta give credit where it's due. The Kendo helmet's been immaculate to us. You know what? Return of the King. I wish the Kendo helmet was modeled. That'd be cool. I don't really want to go here. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of that. I think we're gonna end up throwing both the Ritual Mask and the Kendo helmet. You can... Sure. I mean, we have 7 dexterity, so maybe we should have tried it, but I'm not looking to break the mold here. I'm looking to try to win this run, because it's possible. It's certainly possible. Thank you, dexterity. Very cool. I think this is like -2, right? So I guess we'll just do that, because it's -1. So... how are we gonna win this run? Not very easily. This is not a good guy to see again, because we're seeing Homie again for like the 2nd time in the run. Now you are taking bonus damage, so these will do 7. I don't know if I want to block, because it's like 2, you know? I think I would rather just like fully... This is 4, so we can guarantee another one. I think you just want to fully send it, just to kill him. Like, you just take it, you just take the... Do we have an ally? I don't think we do. Holy crap, we got this paid off so well. That was probably, like, the best payout we've ever seen from... On your own. Like, the only thing I'm sad about is we probably won't get leadership. Holy crap. I would love to keep the light source now. I mean, this is a stamina boss, so we're going in with the Kendo helmet. We actually don't need the Ritual Mask, even if we get the final boss of the game, because the final boss does doom damage. What the hell? So we can kill him real easily. I mean, honestly, we're taking no stamina damage from the lighthouse. So, we could try to slow play it here and do, like, something like this. He goes down to 21, and then we can do... I mean... Is this what we want to do, chat? Is this real? I don't even... It actually doesn't even matter, chat. I forgot he was weak to blunt. What? It's always the Kirie runs. Like, theoretically speaking, Kirie should not be this strong, but it's always a Kirie run. Every single time. You know it's gonna be good. Like, what the hell? This is... This is... Are we playing on HOD? I see the blood splatter in the background. This is crazy. This is one of the most comfortable runs I think I've ever had on Harbinger of Doom. Like, I guess if you see Memory Extract Book of Gore, you do just indeed win the game. Even if using them is literally pointless. I mean, this doesn't even matter. I'll try to remember it for fun, but, like, it literally doesn't even matter. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, we didn't see leadership again, so there you go. I don't know, I'll take a hot bath. After the baths get fixed, Kirie deserves to take a hot bath. I don't know, Magician glitched. We found him a couple times. It doesn't matter. What on earth? It really is Panstash sees a Kirie run, and then he has the lever where it's like funny or get owned, and sometimes they're the same switch, sometimes they're a different lever, but you know, sometimes you can flip both of them at the same time. But I don't know what to say. What do you what do you want me to say? That was the easiest Eldritch Parasite run I think I've ever had in my life. We started with like 1 strength because of all the badly bruises, and then we made our way up to 8 strength. Without Fear Festival Timeline B, by the way, with the Spiral Hoodie. That's crazy. We'll do some trivia. I mean, it almost feels bad to kind of cut, like, it almost feels bad to do some trivia right now, because it's like, oh yeah, trivia right now? It was, I don't know what to say, honestly. It is if you look, it is the Alpha Rad Pokidoku Master Puzzle. Water Fairy, that's, I want to say that's Azumaril, right? Okay, Fairy Monotype, I'm screwed. Grass Fairy? Is that a Celebi, maybe? Celebi's kind of like a fairy. We'll come back to that. Hoenn Water? Reggie Water. No. Hoenn Grass type. I mean, you just want to do... We'll do Tropius for Grass type. And then we'll do, for fun, Ludicolo for Water type. Hoenn Monotype? You know I gotta rep my boy. You know I gotta rep my boy. My favorite boy. Fairy Grass. That's scary. Fairy Monotype is scaring me, but we can just do, Sylveon, right? Now, what a Grass Fairy is, I don't know. First in evolution, is it Lopad? Is it not Lopad? Like Lilypad? Topad. Lotad! And then, first in evolution line, Grass. We can do... Oh, I should have done Whismur for the Monotype first in evolution line, and then I could have done Loudred there. I wasn't thinking ahead. First in evolution line, Monotype. I mean, this is easy, right? But, like, what do we want to do? I think we could do... I mean, we're sticking with the Hoenn theme, right? So we could do... I don't know. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's just go... Monotype... Let's just Trico. What the hell is a Zurich tree? That thing scared the shit out of me. Ultra Beast. And then, of course, you know, first in evolution line, Grass. So, you know what? Let's not get crazy. Chikorita. Actually, this can be a dual type as well, so it doesn't have to be... let's just do Chikorita anyways. I like Chikorita. Now, Grass Fairy. What the hell is that supposed to be, right? A Blossom. No, it is not a Bellossom. Probably not. A Skiploom. Nope. A Lombre. Not a chance. A Glossifleur. A Cosmium. A Raboot. No. Fairy. Fairy, yeah, sure, Fairy. That'll... Gouging Fire. Now, those are dragons. I remember that. Those are dragons. Do you think Pokemon would be based enough to make the cactus a fairy? No, definitely not. Wish. That's not how you spell wish. Oddish, Trubbish, Shift Tree. Urshifu. No, Wish. Yeah, Wish. Bruxish. Bisharp. Oh, wait, hold on. Arm. It was like a Romantis something. Wormadam. That's a Gen 4 thing, so it's probably not a fairy. Is Meowscarada, is the Weed Cat a fairy? Aromatisse. I don't know. This could be a fairy grass, right? Although it's a mantis, right? So that would probably make it a bug. Do you think Roserade got changed to a fairy type? Amogus is definitely not a fairy type. It's definitely not a grass fairy type. I refuse. Grass. Yeah, no, listen, fairy types are... I'm bad with fairy types, alright? So I don't think we're making it, gamers. We'll go with the Aromatisse. The Whimsicott. I have no idea what a Whimsicott is. A Tapu Bulu. I didn't know that was a oh yeah, it is a grass type. I didn't know it was a fairy type. And then Shinotic. Okay, so Whimsicott and Cottony and Shinotic and Morlul. That's a, a pun of moral, like the mushroom. And this is like shiitake mushroom, but okay. So the psychedelic mushrooms and the thing with literal whimsy in its name. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? Not me. All right. Let's go with, I was watching the... FlyQuest is, NA, right? Yeah, the LEC. I was watching the LEC. They pulled out a Moo. This one team pulled out a Moo, so... Alright. Okay. Alright. Shurima, maybe. Shurima, maybe. Partial. Partial mana Shurima. Okay. Sivir. I don't know when Sivir was released, but... Shurima, maybe? I don't know. So, maybe Shurima... I don't know who lives in Shurima besides Azir. Renekton, Gnosis, and Sivir. But it's Shurima maybe, so it's somebody who travels. So I'm thinking worldly champions. Who travels? Maybe a bounty hunter. So maybe Samira. Samira is a bounty hunter, right? She would travel to kill somebody. Not a okay. Noxus Shurima! Alright, okay, there we go. Not a human, though. Alright, not a human. So, worldly traveler... ADC... I don't know, where's Xayah from? I don't know where Xayah is from. I don't know any Xayah lore. Not a Vestayan. Okay, Ionia. More recent, though. That should give me a clue. Alright, not 2020, but not 2017. Somewhere in the middle there. That should genuinely give me a clue, right? Mana, ranged, ADC... There really can only be one... Like, okay, hold on. I actually am able to open the Riot client, right? Because I haven't closed Vanguard in a while. I was playing Teamfight Tactics earlier, alright? I should be able to. I should be able to actually look at my own goddamn champion list for once. You're goddamn right. Okay. So the Riot client... Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. It's loading, okay? It's loading. Give me a second. So... a collection. We're gonna go to champions. And then we're gonna filter by bot, okay? And we're gonna go to most popular position. And we're gonna go to bot. We're gonna scroll all the way down. So, there really can only be, like, one person, probably, right? Could it be Kasai? Because I remember Kasai was hanging out and fighting Rek'Sai, right? Could it be Kasai? It is Kasai! Shurima Void! There we go! Because I remember in the cinematic, she's fighting Rek'Sai in what I assume is Shurima. Punch first at it. Listen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, alright? For all of you Arcane Andes, this is who Violet is based off of, okay? Listen to this.
Punch first. Ask questions while punching.
Vi stands for violent. She is literally the joke police brutality champion. I'm so sorry. And so, I don't remember how many details we have about Arcane Season 2, so I don't know if this is a spoiler or they already announced it or already revealed it or whatever. She's gonna be a cop. Vi was always destined to be a cop because, unfortunately, she's doomed by the narrative. Okay? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry you had to find out this way, but the funny punk punching lady is unfortunately also the police brutality champion. I'm very sorry you had to find out this way. If this
Punch first. Ask questions while punching.
There's a voice line she has where she's like hoping that they resist so that she gets to beat them up. I think this is Zaya. Now, I think that's her ult, Featherstorm. I'm just that based. I'm just that hip with it. Wow, I wonder who this is. Wow, guys. By the way, hold on. Let me talk about Skarner for a minute, okay? Skarner used to be one of my mains back when he was my purple crystal scorpion boy, okay? Skarner got reworked into racist Skarner, the one that we know today, the one that you see on your screen, okay? Skarner, the new one, had a bug that made him blatantly unfair to play against, because he could basically teleport behind you and use an ability to take you into his tower. So it was like a guaranteed thing because it was broken. It was a bug. He could teleport right behind you, slam you into his tower. It was a bug, and Riot Games couldn't fix it. So they nerfed him into the ground so that he would be balanced with the bug. But obviously the bug is still, because it's a bug, it's still overpowered. And so they nerfed him into the ground because they couldn't fix the bug. They nerfed him into the ground, they destroyed his stats, they just completely took him out back and shot him to where he was a garbage champion, right? Dog shit champion. And then they fixed the bug, but they never buffed him to compensate. So Skarner's play rate, the original Skarner, the one that I was maining, had the lowest, or one of the lowest pick rates in the game. And the new Skarner has a slightly higher pick rate of like 0.5% higher of like the original Skarner. So they removed one of my favorite champions in the game for no reason because the new Skarner is a massive failure. So yeah, you know, I'm not mad at that at all. Oh, what? Listen, okay? I have to, like, do live edits here, okay? Okay? You have... Listen, okay? I need to bring it up. I need to show it. Okay? Where is it? Is this the League of Legends client? Yes, it is. Okay. Just... Look! Look! I'm never getting this one wrong. It happened. We played the Luldle, so we played the Luldle long enough that my main, my girl, Briar, was represented. I mean... wow, it doesn't even have Primordial Briar yet. It literally doesn't. It literally doesn't even have Primordial Briar here. But, like, this is the champion that I have played so much so that, like, I started playing her this year, and I already have her at Mastery 20. And if I go to my champions, I have 717 milestones on her. And I don't know if you can check to see your total points. I have 246,000 points of Briar. I have 250,000 points on the best girl of League of Legends, okay? I have 250,000 points. I have never played a character. I don't have nearly that much time on Skarner. I don't have nearly that much time on Lulu. Lulu was my first main, Skarner was my second main, and then I played the Yordles, all of them a little bit, okay? I'm actually surprised Singed is so far up here, because I mained Janna in Ranked, and then I mained Skarner in Norms. But, like, listen, you cannot give me trivia about Briar and expect me not to immediately know that it's my vampire girl, that it's her, okay? Absolutely. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, okay? I have 250,000 points on my girl. You cannot... okay. I have almost got 6,000 kills on Briar. And I got this back in November of last year. So I have gotten almost 6,000 kills on Briar in less than a year. Okay? And, oh my god. And listen, epic monsters do not spawn as much as players do, okay? I've almost killed 2,000 of them. There's, like, if I'm killing them, I can kill 4 dragons a game, and then on average, like, probably, like, a Baron, and then if there's an Elder Dragon, God help you, okay? I've dealt over 500,000 damage from the Bleed, which the Bleed does not do a lot of damage, okay? I have almost done 1 million damage with a single ability. You really walked up to me. Okay, I know it's not a big deal, alright? But you really walked up to me, and you really did say... You really did say... It's your champion. And of course we'll use Seed Briar. Soft multiplayer moment. I mean, this is just like... You know... You don't have to do me like that, but you did. Of course I know where that is. Are you serious? Like, I mean, I respect the B2B Stormblood, I really do, but like... This is just, do I remember which one of these tents Sadu is in, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. And you're goddamn right, it's that one. It's the biggest tent there, and it's the only one on the map that looks different. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's in the... Not the pillars, you fool. Like, I know exactly where it is. You're not gonna fool me. You're not gonna catch me off guard. I just needed to navigate there on the map, and then it's like, alright, yeah, I get it. Now, I'm pretty bad at the exact placement on this one, so I'm just gonna go in the middle here and hope for the best. I'm probably gonna be a little off, but I'm not. And then, you know, daring today, aren't we? This is actually a fun one, but like... I'm trying to... This is a good one. This is a good one. So... I think it has to be this building right here, right? I think it has to be, because you can see the pipeline over there. You can obviously see the tower there. So, it's just sort of like... Actually, hold on. That raises a good point. You can see the pipeline right here. And you can sort of see, like, I think that right there, right? So I think it has to be right here. But, like, where here? I don't know. I feel like we're a little bit closer. So I would reckon... This is where turning the map would really help. Like, if I look around, I think I got it 100%. But since I'm not turning it around, I think we have to kind of do a little bit of a guess. We have to do a little bit of a guess. Now, this is the barrier right here, right? And you can see that there is like a walkway path right here. That's this. And then past it, you can see the pipeline way back there, where you do the funny Hildebrand, right? So we're pretty close to the edge. So I think I'm gonna be a little bit bold, and I'm gonna put it like right here. But I feel like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna retract that. I'm gonna put it right here. And we're way back there. I guess the hint there is you can kind of see the brace right there. But I think that without looking around, that's pretty good. Like, you insulted me 4 times in a row, and then you punched me in the face. So, you know what? Fair enough. I can't be too mad about that. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. You know, listen, sometimes the trivia is gonna get me tripped up, but if you give me literally my main, a character that I have spent God knows how long playing, listening to, looking at, I'm gonna understand that it's I'm gonna understand that it's my girl Briar. Like, you're a fool if you're trying to tell me that I wouldn't get any piece of Briar trivia correct. Sorry, I just opened her queue up. I'm still in the League of Legends launcher. The only champion, by the way, I don't know if you saw it when I was going through the champion list, but if I open this back up, the only thing that I have here is... The only thing that I have here right now is just this right here. Like, the only milestone champion that I have is that right there. But anyways, I just realized that I made this a lot more difficult on myself because I have to censor the friends list every time that's on screen. But that's okay. That's my personal hell, not yours. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next episode of whatever you decide to watch next. And I'm wondering, is there a way to, like, hide the social tab? Because I never really thought about that before. But I guess not. I guess you could just, like, click the friends list away. But it is what it is, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.